Welcome to Section 3 of Module 1. By this point, you've learned what your B2 license allows you to do, and you understand the process of applying for your license from start to finish. Now it's time to focus on preparing for the exams themselves. The California State License Board requires that every applicant for the B2 Residential Remodeling Contractor license pass two separate exams, Law and Business exam and the B2 Trade exam. Both are challenging and cover a wide range of material. The truth is, many qualified contractors fail on their first attempt, not because they lack experience in the field, but because they underestimate the exams or fail to plan their study approach effectively. This lesson will guide you through building a strong, realistic study plan that maximizes your chances of passing both tests on the first try. The first thing you need to understand is the scope of these exams. The Law and Business exam covers legal requirements for contractors in California, including licensing laws, safety rules, employment and labor law, business finances, contracts, liens, and dispute resolution. This test is designed to make sure you not only know how to do the work, but also how to run your business legally and ethically. The B2 Trade exam focuses specifically on residential remodeling. It tests your knowledge of coordinating multiple trades, project planning, estimating, reading blueprints, understanding non-structural construction techniques, and complying with building codes and Title 24 energy requirements. These exams are not just a formality. They are designed to ensure that licensed contractors protect consumers and uphold California's standards for safety and quality. A solid study plan starts with understanding where you stand today. The best way to do this is to take a diagnostic practice test for both the Law and Business and the B2 Trade sections before you begin formal studying. This will help you identify which topics you already know well and which areas need more focus. Many prep schools and online courses offer sample tests that closely resemble CSLB questions, giving you a realistic sense of what to expect. Once you know your baseline, you can allocate your study time more effectively instead of wasting hours on material you've already mastered. Once you know your strengths and weaknesses, set a realistic study schedule. Most candidates need between 4 to 6 weeks of consistent preparation to feel confident, though this depends on how much free time you can dedicate. Aim for at least 1 to 2 hours of focused study per day, 5 to 6 days a week. Short, consistent sessions are better than long, infrequent cram sessions because they help you retain information more effectively. Break your study plan into small, manageable goals. For example, dedicate 1 week to contract law and mechanics liens, another to safety and OSHA regulations, another to project estimating, and so on. This structured approach keeps you from feeling overwhelmed and ensures you cover all test areas thoroughly. It's important to use multiple study tools. Reading the CSLB study guides is a good start, but you'll retain more information if you engage with it in different formats. Listen to audio lessons during your commute. Watch video tutorials that explain tricky topics visually, and take as many practice quizzes as you can. Flashcards can be especially helpful for memorizing laws, definitions, and code requirements. The goal isn't just to memorize facts, but to understand how to apply them, because the exams often use scenario-based questions that test practical knowledge, not rote recall. Another key part of your study plan is simulating the test environment. The Law and Business and Trade exams are multiple-choice, computer-based tests with strict time limits. Many candidates struggle with time management, not because they don't know the material, but because they are unfamiliar with the pressure of a timed exam. At least once or twice a week, take a full-length timed practice test. This will help you build stamina, improve your pacing, and reduce anxiety on exam day. Review every question you miss, understand why you got it wrong, and revisit that topic in your study plan until you feel confident. Don't overlook the importance of rest and focus. Studying while exhausted or distracted will waste your time and increase frustration. Schedule breaks, get enough sleep, and avoid last-minute cramming the night before the test. Your brain needs time to process and store information. A calm, well-rested mind performs significantly better on test day than one that's burned out from overstudying. Lastly, stay disciplined and hold yourself accountable. Life gets busy, and it's easy to push studying aside for other priorities. Treat your exam preparation like a job you must show up for every day. Mark your calendar with study sessions, track your progress, and set mini deadlines for completing different topics. If you fall behind, adjust your plan and make up the time. Remember, the cost of failing and having to retake the exam is not just financial. It delays your ability to work legally as a contractor and slows down the growth of your business. By following a structured, realistic study plan that includes diagnostic testing, scheduled sessions, multiple learning tools, timed practice exams, and consistent effort, you put yourself in the best position to succeed on the first attempt. The B2 license opens doors to larger projects, higher paying jobs, and a professional reputation that sets you apart from unlicensed operators. Treating your exam preparation seriously is the first step to earning that advantage. In the next lesson, we'll discuss CSLB notifications and acknowledgement letters, explaining how to interpret the communications you receive from the board after submitting your application so you know exactly what each notice means and what to do next.